Isn't it 20?
Grrr. Welcome back to another Bearded Ramblings. Yes, we have been very, very good for you this week, and you've been very, very good to us.
Yeah.
Ooh, my phone wants to. My
phone wants to say
talk.
hello as well.
My phone always wants to talk. So
Maybe
It's almost like that's what they're for.
No, talking into their tools. They don't have any power, and eventually the phones will rise up and take us over.
Oh, they do nowadays.
By the way, we're joined by Krendar. I think you know at this point who he is.
Yeah, I'm here this week. Hello.
It's rare, I know, but we managed to wrangle him up. John Morgan is in that pile of scrap metal, from what I'm seeing. Give us a
that's
wave
a
so I can
somewhere.
There you go. And a ghost has appeared, apparently, in the form of Missy Ann.
I'm actually here. Hi.
I know.
I'm an asshole.
Yay.
How's it going?
She's real.
She's a real boy.
I'm a real boy. I'm also a dickhead, but I'm a real boy.
He's the Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
That's right here, Tara. I don't wear it on this show.
Many things to many people. But I'm an asshole because I fell asleep yesterday.
Yeah.
So you can
I'm just
let all the bad words
for...
come. I'm welcoming all of the bad words. Throw them at me. I deserve them. Give me the bad
words. You.
Makes sense.
Well,
if you're gonna be late for dinner, you have to tell us. We worry.
You never write, you never call.
Now you just sound like my grandma.
That was the goal.
Are you eating well? Sit down, honey.
Well, she was a crazy lady. You don't want to sound like that lady. She talks to mice in the corner.
Did
the mice answer?
I don't know if they talk back. I don't really know why.
Maybe she's got magical mice. Maybe she's a fairy godmother. Not
even joking. I caught her talking to mice one time and like, what are you doing? She's like, there's a mouse down in there. I'm like, why are you talking to it? I can't understand you.
I mean, people talk to their pets a lot, so why not? Yeah. As long as she's not having a long conversation with them.
She needs someone to talk to.
She's talking about economic theory with them in the corner.
We never did there since she started talking.
Two Guns just roasted you hardcore there.
Missy Ann, you're a silly, goofy, meanie head, dumb meanie head. This channel is a good Christian channel. We use words like thunderfuck and dongle flaps. We do not use meanie head.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Dongle flaps needs to be used more often.
Dongle flaps needs to be the name of a cat.
I think if I get a cat, I will name it Dongle Flaps.
Nice.
I'll run it by the kids first, but I think they'll be all right.
Two Guns. I talk to random objects and stuff sometimes. It helps me think. Did you ever think that, I'm talking to this random object. Is that normal? And then it goes, of course it is. Remember, kill the president. Okay.
I don't know. A lot of times if I'm reading something or researching something, I try to explain it. I act like I'm explaining it to somebody who isn't there. So I can grasp whatever the concept is. Did that a lot in school. But then usually I'd write it down.
Yeah, but you would normally do that in your head, not out loud, right?
I don't know. When you do it out loud, you tend to memorize the information more efficiently.
I mean, that kind of makes sense in a way because you're engaging more of your body functions into the thought, so it kind of gets into your brain better. Like I've noticed, if you write something down, you're more likely to remember it, even if you never look at that piece of paper ever again. Because the act of writing it gets it more into your brain.
Mm-hmm.
My PIN number.
But apparently typing it doesn't work. Apparently typing doesn't work for that. It has to be writing.
Yeah.
That's how I used to study for like tests in school and stuff. I would just copy my notes down 5 times for like each thing so that when I would go to answer the test, I can remember in my head, like writing it down already.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
a
was the
bit of
only way I could
news
get
for
it
the
to work.
channel before we go on. Marshall Manson has just released his latest, greatest work. And he reached out to me and wants to talk about it on Sunday. So he's going to, it's just going to be the two of us. We're just going to have a sit down around about 8 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock in the evening. So I don't know.
So that's 3 Eastern for North Americans.
There you go. So if you want to hear him talk about the details about it, or if you just want to watch two people chat about a game of pool in Buffalo that he totally cheated in, I don't care. I don't care. The judge was fixed. He was dating the judge. It's not fair. I'm good at pool and snooker and not badminton, but we weren't playing that, so that doesn't matter. But no, he'll be here on Sunday. So
if you guys haven't checked out his new music video, it is insane.
Would you believe I'm not going to until Sunday? I want to be blown away right then and there.
I've watched it like 7 times already, I think. And I made my kid watch it, so.
I like the idea of keeping your reaction fresh for the show.
I think that is a neat kind of, like, it's if you've seen the trailer, it's so much more than the trailer.
He's been threatening it for a while now, hasn't he? He's been dropping hints and little clips of it. He's clearly put a lot of work into it.
Absolutely.
Listen to any of his songs. I know he's the guy who did the song for like DP and DFF.
Mm-hmm. He's done both of like their intros. He's the guy that sings Salty Paul. You know, Salty Paul, round as a ball. That one. He's been on The Wood 1,000 times.
Salty Paul.
We used to like play his songs as like the intro before we went live every morning.
I remember that.
Speaking of Paul, have you seen him on Twitter? He's been having a sort of back and forth in the negative with Vosh. And it's sad because I'm watching my two left-wing daddies fight.
Don't they like not like each other?
It's not that I thought that they did like each other. I thought that they got along well with each other, but
maybe it was just something
Vosh
that
just
Paul
inspires a lot of fights.
with.
Oh yeah, Vosh makes enemies very easily on left and right, particularly on the left. It's more, especially with Destiny. Oh, he has some crazy shit with Destiny, but
I can't remember if it was Vosh he was talking about. Paul was talking about something that Vosh was complaining about, and like they had like a 3-hour conversation the day before, and everything had gone okay, and then Vosh went live or he tweeted something, and Paul knew that it was directed towards him, and like went off about it. But I don't want to say 100% that it was Vosh that he was talking about.
You don't want to say that Vosh bad. Vosh bad,
Yeah.
Vosh bad.
Just because I don't know. I know Paul was saying somebody had done this. I'm not 100% on it if Vosh was the one that did it.
Vosh does seem like pretty annoying a lot of the time, though.
He's a fucking success. I absolutely adore the man, but he's very confrontational.
Yeah, when he's not just jabbing at people, he's got a great sense of humor, though.
Is he the kind of guy where like, if you disagree with him, he's not good at agreeing to disagree?
Oh, I don't think he understands the concept.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't watch his content a lot.
He's very sort of like, saying that he does work with people on like certain projects at certain times. But he's back on Twitch now, which means he'll start popping up in other people's streams like the old days, which is cool.
Yeah, I've honestly never gone to his channel to watch his content directly, but so whatever I know about him, I know about through like DP and such.
Yeah, when he was on like arguing with Doug Tenaple or V. Ugh,
Yeah.
V.
Oh, I was only able to watch like maybe half an hour of the Doug Tenaple thing, and then I just left.
Who's the guy who was
it's
asking
so
if he was a
couldn't take
Nazi?
So sad that Doug Tenaple has turned out this way. I owe so much joy from my childhood from that man.
That he's kind of a piece of shit, you mean?
Yeah. It's kind of like the girl who played Cara Dune, you know, like they're real people, actors and creators and shit, and sometimes real people
like if you're just
of shit.
It's just like if you're just hanging out with Doug Tenaple and you're not talking about any issues at all, he's a super nice guy. But then you find out he's got a lot of fucked up views. He's kind of a dick.
What's his name's the same? Alex Jones. I hear Alex Jones is a great day out, but he like you bring up one topic and suddenly the Bilderbergs.
Yeah, but I mean it's in a different way, right? Like Alex Jones gets all animated and angry, and no matter what he's talking about, Doug Tenaple is completely chill the entire time, even when he's advocating for putting people in danger because he refuses to wear a mask during COVID and shit like
now, wasn't there a lawsuit with Alex Jones where the lawyer claimed that he's playing a character on YouTube?
No, he had to release a statement saying that he was playing a character, but he's still getting sued. He's still I think the Sandy Hook people are still pushing forward the case, and it looks like it's going to happen. He's going to be bankrupt.
Good.
It's great.
Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, the Sandy Hook
parents. He said Sandy Hook was a stage. They were all a bunch. The kids didn't exist. They were a bunch of
paid actors.
The adults are the paid actors, and
everything's conspiracy.
He also thinks that the government is putting stuff in the water to make the frogs gay. So
yeah,
I don't really think
he was so angry about it. He was so angry about it.
But
Chad calls me Missy Jones sometimes on the wood when I start getting really stoned and rambling.
We need to get you on like completely high as a kite, completely stoned.
Well, that reminds me. Are we going to inform our special surprise guest that
I would have forgotten? How could I do
that the person in question should be encouraged to show up in an altered capacity, as we will be.
Okay.
You mean like Onision's wife?
Husband? No, not Onision's.
No, this is going to be a positive surprise.
Okay. So should we tell them now, or should we wait until the end of the show?
Wait, what's going on?
I mean, if we're going to be telling them today, we might as well do it now.
Okay, so next week on Friday, we have 2 guests as the new setup clearly is. One is Kai, who is returning, looking forward to hanging out with them again. And 2, we got ourselves a Stereos Kokonos.
Hey.
Yeah. Now, I've informed Kai that she is encouraged to show up in an altered state. So we should probably tell Asterios as well.
Absolutely. Because last night we reached our goal, which was so cool for you guys. We were not expecting it that quickly, or even, honestly, at all.
Especially... I expected it to happen eventually, but I thought it might take a few months. But thanks mostly to one particular generous individual did like 90% of it.
Yeah, awesome. Although look, it was a few drops here and there, but the goal there was we were to if we reached our goal, we would do a episode where we would just be looking at shit while we were drunk, but on really good booze. So
or at least moderate booze.
Yeah, mid-tier, mid-shelf, you know. So I'm going. So
this week we got some shopping to do.
Yeah, I've already. I'm actually debating between champagne or a bottle of Sexton, which has a
I never really
cool
liked
bottle.
champagne.
Sexton is
I
a
love
whiskey.
champagne.
I'm not normally into my whiskeys, but
Actually, well, speaking of champagne, I don't know if I mentioned this before in another episode, but there's a local brewery here in my town that does a beer champagne style
I
as
think
an
you mentioned this
alternative.
before.
Yeah, it's an alternative product for people who want to have that kind of champagne on New Year's Eve tradition, but don't like champagne.
Huh.
I
And
can't
There's
explain
the
so many
beer
it.
is
different champagnes, though.
yeah, but and you know how like there's that song on New Year's called "Old Lang Syne."
Mm.
So this champagne like beer is called New Lang Syne.
Huh.
So it's kind of cute. I tried it at one point. I kind of like it. I like it. I like it better than champagne personally, but obviously anybody who likes champagne already just stick
I
with
love
that, right?
champagne, so
I don't drink alcohol, so
Yeah,
don't
there
have
you go.
much to add.
Yeah, look at that bottle. It looks like a bottle from
It's
Bioshock
kind of a nice
Infinite.
bottle, actually.
oh, I've seen that one.
Oh yeah.
I've had
I
some of
haven't,
that
but it looks cool.
before. My brother got, so I got.
What is it?
It's
Ooh,
a single malt whiskey.
I remember
Whiskey,
that
okay.
stuff.
It has Irish whiskey on the front of it, but it's made in the UK on the back.
I believe that is the
I mean,
stuff that I
Ireland is
drink.
part of the UK.
It has a skeleton and a top
Northern
hat.
Ireland.
It
Oh,
has a
that's dapper.
skeleton with a top hat. That changes everything.
It does.
It does.
I am
And River, no, I have not tried hookah.
It's sold. Sold.
very. 40 here? Wow, I can actually get it for about 10 or cheaper. So, all right.
Hookah is fun.
Yeah, so that's going to be when Asterios comes on with Kai and Till. Hopefully, they'll join us in getting a bit on the Tibble, a little bit on the Tibble side.
Yeah,
bit
so feel free
lush.
to let him know the plan and invite him to join if he wishes.
Well, of course. If not, he doesn't need to. Something tells me he doesn't need any external stimulants to be
Oh,
crazy.
no.
No, it's really cool.
Absolutely not.
Asterios. We just added him as like an afterthought, but thinking he'd never respond. He is totally down for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's a good lad.
He was meant to be on like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but he never got back until the night. And then we're like, dude, we just assumed you ghosted us.
So, last time I saw him on DP, he was really ripping on Egghead.
That's
Oh.
true.
I'm a big fan of
Although
Egghead.
honestly, I don't feel like Asterios is the kind of person who would ghost people. But he might be the kind of person who would forget until the last minute.
I think that's actually what happened. I just think he didn't check his messages.
Have I ever made liquor in my bathtub? No, Mickey Richards, I have not.
Mickey has. Mickey has probably made it out of battery acid and
Oh, God.
Although I wonder if that's
Dead
what
rats.
Egghead's trying to do. Just
Ooh.
naturally ferment his bathtub.
I wonder what extra flavor he adds to it, like when he gets in the bathtub with the booze.
I don't want to know.
I'm guessing he tastes chewy. No, that's more of a texture.
Had
Yeah, I
a lot
don't
of
think chewy is a
choice.
flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, in some cases, it might end up being.
Maybe.
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
no.
Mildew comes to mind.
Asterios is a fun. Yeah.
Tastes like
yeah.
mildew.
Yeah. Way mildew
Asterios is a fun
smells.
guy, and I'm looking forward to having him on.
Absolutely.
Aren't there like technically 5 different flavors that people can taste? And I know the one weird one is Unami.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
right.
that's the Japanese one.
I
You
don't
really
know
only
what
get
the
that
fuck
from
is.
Japanese food mostly.
Maybe that's what it will taste like, Unami.
I don't know what that is.
That's too
Well,
classy.
here's an
for,
explanation of it.
That's too
All
classy.
right, Missy, I got
for,
you on this one. Have you ever had Japanese food at all, Missy?
Yes.
So, do you know how a lot of Japanese food has a certain kind of flavor to it that you don't find in any other kind of food ever?
Mm-hmm.
That's umami.
Oh,
flavor
I
is
just
umami.
figured out it was like MSG.
No, it's not. That's Chinese food.
Okay.
So MSG.
I thought
that's
Japanese
like-
put it in it too. I thought they both used it.
Honestly, I don't know what they do to cause that flavor, but I've never experienced that flavor in any other food, including other Oriental foods. It's
Like I know I
something
really
unique to
like the
Japanese
eel
food somehow.
sauce, and I think they use that stuff in eel sauce.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know, because nothing else tastes like eel sauce. Like it's the only thing that
Yeah.
tastes like that. So I'm assuming it has to be in
You
that.
ever have like eel pie or anything like that? Like the English.
I had an
pie?
eel stir fry once. Whoa, what the hell was that?
The fuck?
Sorry.
Did you get drive-by by your family?
I didn't hear it. What did he say?
He said, "You order a sun fat." Apparently, he wants Chinese food.
He could have done it in a slightly less racist way. What sort of?
Nah. Fun in that.
Now I'm just
Welcome
picturing him. I've never seen him like properly. I'm just picturing him in a rice hat and like a Fu Manchu mustache.
Welcome to what I'm raising.
Like all their seafood has like lethal or very toxic levels of mercury. So the way they get around it is they drink lots of black tea, which helps filter it like through their system.
Huh. You get that stuff
And
for free in most sushi places, the green tea.
Yeah.
And they always just top it up. It's lovely.
Yeah, those teas are pretty nice. Actually, the sushi places around where I live, they tend to give barley tea.
Oh, I've had that. That's very.
Which is actually, it's funny because my roommate who is Asian has told me that that's basically like the super cheap crap type of tea that they drink in their countries. But I think it's quite tasty.
Well, the coffee we make around here is the stuff that you guys hate. We normally drink the coffee that's like Nescafe, dry frozen, and then you just take it out of the thing and then just put it into the cup and pour the water in and turn it. So whenever I went over to the States, people were like, "Oh, would you like a cup of coffee?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they go like, "Well, help yourself there." And like the coffee machines there with like the filters, and I have no idea how any of this shit works. And I'm just there like, I might just have a glass of water, you know. And then I realized that I'm in Flint, Michigan, and
Yeah, no, you don't want the water there.
That's when you realize you're in Flint, Michigan, and the water tastes chewy.
That's what egghead tastes like. The water of Flint, Michigan.
Oh, is that why the water's like that over there?
It's coming out of his bathtub.
Egghead make a response video to Onision about like showering every day because he didn't like the fact that Onision was ripping on people who didn't shower every day.
Did he really?
I mean, it is kind of nasty to not shower every day.
No, I mean, did Egghead really make a response to Onision?
Of course he did. It's Egghead.
Yeah, but did he see it? You know?
I mean, I don't know if he did or not, but I'm just assuming he did.
I'm assuming
he can't stop himself.
Well.
He can't let things go either.
Shall we get into our first video of the day?
I suppose.
We might as well take a chunk.
Haggis launched to the edge of space. This sounds cool already.
Yeah. So, Haggis launched the edge of space in celebration of Burns Night.
I've never heard of whatever that is.
It's Scotchtoberfest, basically.
Oh, okay.
Burns Night, 25th of January, in celebration of light work and national poet Robert Burns. I love how it's still in like the Iceland packet. There should be like.
I'd like to imagine some aliens are going to find it someday, and it'll still be good for them to eat.
Well, good. It's haggis, so.
And then that's what's going to launch the invasion of Earth because they take retribution on us for it.
So are they taking that and then launching that in the space? Is that like the launch pad?
It's already at the Earth.
It's in space already.
Yeah.
So it's just going to sit there on a plate and like float around waiting for someone to get hungry?
Probably without the plate. This is probably just the deployment method.
The greatest investment in resources.
Right.
Scottish
Worth every
grocer
penny.
Simon Howie worked with space education and research firm Stratonauts. That sounds like the name of like a 90s strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Also, I'm thinking maybe the Haggis will get picked up by Elon Musk's car one of these days.
Maybe you guys just finally realize that haggis is terrible, and you're like, "That's it. Put it all in space.
We just fling it into the sun, and like the
Get
sun
rid of
just
it. Just put it in
dies a whole lot
space."
quicker. I once smelled when I was in Scotland. Scotland really has 3 things to its name, and they all have terrible reputations. One is haggis, which I've never tried, but I have smelled it being cooked, and that has put me right off. Oh, it's a wet smell. That's like if you were to try to cook wet socks, you know. Then there was Scotch eggs. They're nice. And finally, there was the deep fried Mars bar, which I did a video on. Here, if you scroll back, like
that's an infamous
sounds
thing.
slightly edible.
Deep fried Mars bars are like very, very like infamous for being like nothing but pure calories, like pure
Well,
fat.
yeah.
Also, I've heard from anybody who's had them that they love them.
They are.
You think that's
they weren't too bad.
We
I love
have a
them.
fair up here that comes to New England every end of September area, like time frame. It's called the Big E. At the Big E, you can get fried butter.
Damn.
Oh,
That sounds nasty.
Here's the Mars bars here.
now, do
Mars
they
bars
have?
are just a start, by the way. Once they realized they could cook them, they look like a fatberg that you take out of a sewer.
No.
But and they're made out of the same material.
Then again, you definitely can't judge food by what it looks like.
Oh no,
in
it
most
was
cases.
quite passable, and you can see it here. It's done as like a dessert, but you can also have it as
Some of my
savory.
favorite foods in the world look disgusting on a plate, but they're delicious.
But apparently, they've taken the idea and keep on going with it. You can now get a deep fried kebab, like a whole
Deep fry
kebab.
everything. I'm telling you,
That
at
sounds
this fair,
redundant.
you can get deep fried Kool-Aid.
What?
You ever had a fried?
Oh. Now I've heard of Baconaid from Brad Jones, but I've never heard of deep fried Kool-Aid.
They take the Kool-Aid powder and make like a sugar ball.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
And then they put the ball, they dip it into the fry batter and then fry it.
No.
Jeez.
And then you're biting into like a ball of like sugary
concentrated sugar. Ugh.
But it's Kool-Aid. And then the butter,
Nasty.
they literally will take a frozen like little piece of butter, dip it in the fried stuff, fry it quick, and then you bite into it and it's fried butter.
No thanks.
That's kind of creepy. But
Have you ever had a fried cheeseburger?
no, I've seen them be cooked, but
They take like
I want to go to an American state fair just for the food, just to see some of the crazy ass food they have.
But they'll take like a bunch of bacon and wrap the burger in a shell of bacon, and then they fry the shell of bacon.
Damn, deep fried pizza.
Weird.
Now, if you want to kill yourself, this would be a pleasant enough way to do it, I suppose.
True. Although, actually, when I was working at a restaurant here before the whole COVID thing, we actually ended up discovering something that worked surprisingly well, which was deep fried celery.
I've heard that.
Like you do you bread it. It actually kind of works. It's actually not bad.
I used to work at a Mexican restaurant where we one of our desserts that we had was deep fried ice cream.
Mm-hmm. This wasn't something we sold at the restaurant, by the way. It's just something that one of the cooks just did as an experiment one day for a staff snack.
Oh, I've had this.
It was kind of nice.
What's it, strofoli or something like that? I've had these. They're also known as honey balls, which sounds
Never
like
heard of
a
it.
really dirty sexual position. But like an old school 70s one, like a Dirty Sanchez.
No.
But yeah, these are actually really nice. They're just deep fried balls of dough, and they're like bits of orange rind and cinnamon.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay, so it's like a
Have,
sweet thing.
Oh yeah.
You ever had?
any of you guys ever tried deep fried ice cream?
Yeah.
Mm.
I literally just said that I work
No-
at a
no
restaurant where we
opinions,
sell
yeah.
deep fried ice cream.
Oh
Well,
no, you see, we don't listen to.
I must have
women.
missed it while I was looking at chat.
It's okay. But yeah, we used to sell deep fried ice cream. It was a ball of vanilla ice cream,
Mhm.
and the cooks would roll it in graham cracker like crunchies and
Okay.
put it in the deep freeze. And then anyone would order it, and they would throw it into the fryer for like 45 seconds, like just enough to crisp up the outside, and then put it
Yeah.
on a plate, and we would cover it with either chocolate syrup or honey, and then you would just crack into it, and the outside would be like hot and crunchy, but the inside would still be like ice cream.
Speaking
Mickey
of,
says he's only ever had shallow fried ice cream.
Speaking of
Not-
someone
Oh.
something sweet. Velma Dinkley
so
series.
I'm very worried about this show
Worried? Why? They know
because there's a lot of
exactly the
potential
audience
for
they'll
them
be
to
playing.
butcher it. That's why.
Look,
QB
we're gonna see some upskirt shots. Okay, that is already better than what a lot of us could ever hope for.
Yes, but I mean, first of all, is this gonna be live action or animated?
Oh, it's animated.
Okay, so she'll at least look right then. Because I thought it was gonna be a live action, and I was worried like they're gonna get some actress who's just like not a Velma at all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm glad that it's
Yeah.
going to be anime.
That's who's going to be doing. Let's see who.
I mean, it's just gonna be a voice, so it doesn't matter.
I like
Yeah.
how like
As long
all
as they
these
can
streaming
sound
services,
okay.
like now we can see a bunch of like adult versions of a bunch of kid cartoons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
they
it's the
did it with like,
nostalgic
Samurai Jack.
thing, isn't it? It's kind of like nostalgia sells. So, they're also rebooting Clone High. That wasn't even all that long ago, was it?
I don't think so.
Long enough.
No, because my kid can remember it. Because when I was reading the article and I was like, oh, they're gonna do this, and Clone High, and he was like, oh, I haven't heard that name in forever, and I was like, you're only 16 years old. Like, how long is forever for you?
2002 to 2003. That was
It was a good.
while
It was
ago.
Clone High was a really good show.
They should do like
I just love the Kennedy meme. Where,
Yeah.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys, and then his car crashes.
I like when he's trying to teach Gandhi how to act. He's like,
Mhm.
I would like the party platter. He's like even teaching him to pronounce I as I.
You know what my policy is, and he pulls up his shirt and he says, "No fat chicks."
So bad. It is so bad.
Do you know the show Ed, Ed and Eddie?
Oh God, yeah, I remember that.
Maybe
I've
they
never
should do
seen that.
like an adult reboot where they all live in an apartment with one another.
I don't
Years
know,
later.
because how would they like really go around just getting jawbreakers? Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Now they do shots
They
of like
just do
tequila
dance.
strippers.
Yeah, unless jawbreakers was like code. Jawbreakers is code for like booze and strippers. We need jawbreakers.
No, that would remind me of. Did you ever see that Rugrats sequel where they're all like teenagers?
Mhm.
Oh,
I couldn't stand
was
Rugrats.
weird.
That was
Like
shite. That was just pure shite.
The original Rugrats was shite as well.
I didn't mind the original Rugrats. There was definitely ones that I liked better than that, but
I just
I think
hated the art
that-
style.
that weird like we're teenagers now thing bullshit I didn't like. Like, I would much rather watch the Codename Kid Next Door.
You know what it's
could
like?
get-
It's
that
like
was brilliant. That could get
Mhm.
really smart.
Rugrats as teenagers is like the Muppet Babies in reverse.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's some shows that just don't pan well, I think. Like oh god. I'm now drawing a blank, which is defeating the purpose of me giving an example of something.
Whoops.
There was a show. There was a show that Disney had. You probably might not remember. It was called The Weekenders. If anyone in the chat remembers that.
I remember
name.
that.
I've never
That was
seen
on
it. The name
Disney one Saturday morning. I think
it wanted to be like Hey Arnold, but far more kid friendly. Although Hey Arnold was still heavily kid friendly, but it could still manage to seep in some really adult topics.
That just reminded me of something. Keep going.
No, just saying that like they couldn't be as like edgy or as relevant as they wanted to be because it was the Disney Channel. But anyway, yeah, you were going to say?
That just reminded me, we were talking about that show, The Small Wonder, on The Wood the other day.
Okay.
And it's a show about a family, and they have this like girl who's like a little the little robot girl. And they are listed as having the darkest episode of a sitcom in the 80s ever, because what happened was a new girl came to school and, hi, how are you? Meets one of the kids that live at the house with the robot girl. And they come in and they're hanging out, and the little robot girl is like, oh, I know you. I've seen your picture before. And she goes over to the fridge and pulls out the milk carton and shows the girl that she's the girl on the milk carton. And apparently her dad kidnapped her from her mom and took off with her.
Jesus.
And never told her that. Like, told her mom like left and they just moved. But really her dad had kidnapped her. And that's what the episode was about like whether kids should like know and if they should be with that parent or not. Like it was.
And that is a dark, serious twist to things,
right? And it's like, this is supposed to be the 80s.
Hell, do you remember Punky Brewster had an episode about the Challenger explosion?
Yep.
Like
I used to love Punky Brewster. I watch that shit all the time.
It was on reruns here in Ireland at the time, but I would watch a few episodes, and they showed that Challenger episode, and I always stuck out with me, like, because I remember history at the time. Like, I was starting to getting into history, and I remember hearing about Challenger explosion. I'm like, wait, did this show try to tackle? Even as a kid, I'm like, really? Like, it went there, but it made, like, I liked that. I also liked, was it Saved by the Bell, where one of them developed a pill problem, like a caffeine pill problem?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Now everybody's got an energy drink addiction.
Yeah, now they're all taking Adderall and fucking like, what do you mean? It helps me study. All the kids are doing it.
Adderall does help you study.
I remember when Red Bull came out, everyone was wondering it was just like some sort of extra like powerful stimulant or could it get you drunk because no one had really had an energy drink before. But Ireland has
that was the first one
since like the 50s. So
I mean,
Four Loko was invented and everything just went downhill.
There was one or two energy drinks before Red Bull, but it was the first one that got popular.
Don't blame it. Red Bull could be really nice.
I hate
you guys see me. I'm freaking addicted to this shit. My Kiwi Apple Red Bull,
which came before it.
I remember Jolt. That was banned. Not Jolt.
Jolt, yes.
Rocket Fuel. Rocket Fuel.
Jolt was good too. Jolt was the first one I ever tried, actually. Huh?
I also had one in Israel. I picked up one and it had taurine in it, and it was the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger would advertise for back when he used to do really weird foreign ads like the ones from Japan. If you ever seen them, they're fucking trippy as hell. I'm half tempted to show.
A lot of ads from Japan are.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even by that, just because it's Arnie doing half of this shit, it just made it all the more insane.
Japanese TV is a strange and terrifying place.
I've been currently watching this Japanese show called Alice in Borderland. It's a pretty odd show.
Alice
You know what that
in
makes me think of?
Borderland?
Yeah, it's kind of like Japanese Jigsaw or Japanese Cube. Like this
But that-
laser grid surrounds itself around Tokyo, and all the
Oh.
Japanese people, like pretty much most people disappear. So they all have to like engage in these like games of death where everyone's assigned a position, and yeah, and it's fun watching that stuff dubbed when it comes to Japanese
You know what that
shows.
makes me want to see? I want to see something like that where it's like Alice from Wonderland, but she's in the Borderlands video game series.
Ooh, yeah.
I hear
that
they're making a
would be
movie out of Borderlands.
I'm curious to
really
see how that will go.
hidden
Borderlands
story.
and what's the other one? Last of Us, which I knew that was going to happen someday. And the
I'm very
third one,
wary about that one.
Metal Gear
I want
Solid.
I want them to make a Half-Life movie.
I think the Borderlands one and the Last of Us one could be awesome, but they also might really fuck it up.
Well, they fucked up Last of Us after in the second one, so
Except they didn't actually, though. Really, I thought it was pretty good.
yeah. Didn't appeal to
They
me.
made a couple mistakes. There was a couple mistakes, but overall, it was pretty good.
Recently, didn't the Sonic movie get decent reviews?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, people seem to like it.
Surprisingly watchable.
And the detective
Ooh.
I haven't
Didn't
seen
that
either
get-
one of them, but I would watch
yeah,
them.
Let's
saying at
let's
least
all-
there's 2 video game
Okay, I've only
films.
seen 1 second of this ad, and I'm already scared.
Yeah, let's all have a bad acid trip together.
It's a master control program. Dude. What
I'm
the
scared.
fuck? What the fuck?
Krendar, stay in your body, Krendar.
Oh, Japan.
I'm not sure I am anymore
You're just
already.
having a bad trip, man. It's okay.
Wow, look at him go.
Just picture him on top of you thrusting. That's the
He's
face
really
you
going
see.
ham here, isn't he?
Oh my god, look at look. He reminds me of the one of the enemies from like Dark Souls, the one with the demon souls with the huge cone head.
Yeah, the weird tornado hat.
Yeah, he's like the cardinal or
Japan's
something.
too isolated. They need more like immigrants and everything.
Yeah, new centuries of isolation and 2 atomic bombs really fucked with their minds.
Oh yeah.
This is the one I remember.
I just like how amused he is the whole time he's doing this.
It reminds me of that scene from Lost in Translation where he keeps on being told more passion.
One of my favorite comedies.
Oh, for was it For a Good Time? Was it Tricentoro time or something like that? You had to say that over. No, again. Oh, this is my favorite anime. From 2 Guns in the chat. All right, we can assume that these are fucking insane, but we have.
I mean, if there was an actual anime with Arnie in it, I would check that out.
There really should be. But here's a bit of craziness. Look who's teaming up.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
Yes. After Disney fired,
Why am I not
Gina
surprised
Carano
at all,
announced his
actually?
new film project with Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire.
Great.
Trubisky
Back
said
made in
like,
hell.
Ben
What?
Trubisky said what?
Bisky claims that I sound like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
No.
no, he's way more nasally than you.
Ben Shapiro is like a really nasally and irritating version of you, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh.
do your best, Ben Shapiro. Let's hear you.
Hi, everybody. This is Ben Shapiro.
You sound like the Joker.
You're still not as
I'm not
annoying as
good.
him.
You're supposed to go, that sounds like an infection.
Facts
That
don't
was
care
a-
about your
That
feelings.
was a Keebler elf.
And a wet ass P word.
There you go.
Okay.
My
I-
grandmother
you
liked
were-
Ben Shapiro.
That makes sense.
She's old and conservative.
That makes sense.
I'm still never going to stop being amused by the fact that Ben Shapiro's wife doesn't think women get wet.
No, that's really sad.
Of
when you
course,
think
of course,
about
she
it.
never
Has
has.
she
Look who she's
never
married
sat
to.
on top of a washing machine? Like,
I mean, she's gonna need some sort of marital aids. She's not got anybody there to thrill her.
maybe she's like an old Victorian housewife. They were just too prudish to tell her about the birds and the bees.
Yeah,
And she has no idea orgasms exist.
That's what I think.
I mean, she's got nothing in her life to give her any excitement. Why should she?
Proved attainment. We could not be more excited to be working with Gina Carano, an incredible talent dumped by Disney and Lucasfilm for offending the authoritarian Hollywood left. The authoritarian Hollywood left. She compared being a Trump supporter to being a Jew during Nazi Germany. That's not the same.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Crystal Knocked is happening as we speak every day right now. Billions of Trump voters are being killed.
Yep.
Billions.
Debating murdered by the thousands every day.
Yeah, pink-haired SJWs are roaming around on like the back of like trucks and quad bikes with machine guns, a la Mad Max, looking for victims.
Looking for MAGA hats.
Jacqueline Glenn, she did get a drink dumped in her face because she was walking around with a MAGA hat.
Holocaust. It's the apocalypse.
We're eager to bring Gina's talent to Americans who love her, and we're just as eager to show Hollywood that they want to keep cancelling those who think differently. They'll just help us build the X-Wing to take down the Death Star. Oh, Ben, don't you...
Stop trying to be cool, Shapiro.
That's like when your teacher, like your really lame teacher, tries to be cool.
Also, I like how he gets it wrong because it's like he's attributing that victory to the X-wing inherently, and not to the one specific, very special pilot who was using it.
Yeah,
right. As if any one of the X-wings could have done this.
Like,
you shoot a torpedo.
We won because we had X-wings.
As Portly, Porkins. Real heroes, Porkins.
Luke Skywalker's shot because he
son of a bitch stole my thunder.
I wonder what it's like to be
space wizard.
Somebody needs to ask Shapiro what it's like to be so consistently wrong about everything all the time.
I'm not wrong. Just look at these statistics. You look over, when you look back, he's gone.
Yep.
Absolutely. Or he'll answer like negs and we'll be like, it's irrelevant.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Ow,
It's irrelevant.
That hurt.
Right.
Karen threatens to kill dog over Wi-Fi password.
Karen's in the wild.
I'm really enjoying this channel. If you haven't already, if you want your one-stop shop for Karen items, go to Karen's in the Wild. They're doing pretty well for themselves.
I do like their screamy intro there.
Yeah.
Really sets up the mood of what you're about to get into.
I live here. It's illegal. It's illegal.
Turn her up.
What's going outside of your woman? Come outside, let's talk. You need the fucking Wi-Fi before you get arrested and your mom. Because I live here and it's illegal. You want me to try that
It's
way?
illegal.
You want your
It's
dog to
illegal.
come
I
down?
keep saying the word, it'll be true.
What is
I have
illegal?
ways in.
can't hear what she's saying.
Dog?
She's
the
saying,
illegal
I
is the
live
only word I
here.
can hear.
It's
live
illegal.
here, it's
I live
illegal.
here. It's illegal.
I can't have
It's
her
illegal
live
for you to live
anymore.
here? Yeah, I know.
You have
Oh my god, that face.
Give me what?
She looks like someone. Who does she look like? It's like a lolcow.
Wait. Karen threatens to kill dog over Wi-Fi password.
Well, we'll find out the context in it. But who does she look like?
Vegeta, or whatever her face.
Oh no,
Kinda?
she wouldn't. No, she's a little bit too tanned.
Well, yeah, it's not perfectly like that, but that's who she reminds me of.
Joyce Sparkles.
And tell Jeff Holiday I want to talk to him. He can't keep ignoring me.
Oh, he can. And he will.
He's just like hopping over the back wall, getting away from her.
Yeah.
And he's still dressed in his reverend gear.
I need the Wi-Fi.
Why is she talking like American Sign Language? Like, or she's like talking like a mentat from Dune. You know, like, you will go with the Baron.
It's all this.
Dog.
Oh. She's killing
I will kill your dog.
Because when you're outside by yourself one day.
Oh, she's from New Jersey. This explains it.
I know so many women who are like this.
Okay, so what are we going to do now? The dog is getting poisoned.
I imagine her first husband worked in construction or sanitation, if you get
Not
what I
against the
mean.
law. It's not a human being.
Yeah.
So what
I know a
gonna do?
guy.
Find a new one? You
Yeah.
gonna find a new doggy? You're not gonna fuck
Dog
with
is
mine.
Nothing
Yeah.
special, and they always act like there's some like millionaire with like a bunch of connections and everything, and it's like they're making these threats that just don't have any substance.
Your mom, she lost a case in eviction in court. So guess what, bitch? You're gonna be dealing with me for a very long time. So I
This lady
suggest
applied to be an
Wi-Fi or
extra in
you
The
have
Sopranos.
one. Not ways around that.
Yeah,
Would you like me to do that?
that would work.
Or,
Would you like me to do that? Yes or no?
Jersey
You
Shore.
want your dog back? You want your dog back?
I want you to go away.
I don't have
Oh
to.
my god, is that
And
who's...
I would never kill a dog. I just kill people at work.
That voice sounded weird.
Sounds like a child.
Keep thinking about it. What do you look
Oh, well, in that
The
case, she's
dog?
talking to a child like that and threatening the dog. And...
Wow, you had to think about that? I would have said my dog.
My dog!
Christ! Are you gonna make it? Your mom got you, honey.
She just went full Jersey for a second there.
I apologize.
Goils and
Not your fault
coils.
your mom's a bitch in court in the first place. Not your fault. My mom was the same way to me.
I like how the neighbors is standing here filming this whole thing and just not doing
Now,
it.
what is she upset
Just
about?
let
Like,
her go.
She can't get in.
Talk shit or have a nasty attitude. Okay?
well, it's over a Wi-Fi password. So, does she want to use their internet like illegally?
You're gonna get off your
Well, she thinks that she lives there, but clearly, like,
You're gonna get off your high
she
horse.
doesn't. Maybe, like, she got
You're
evicted or
gonna start
whatever.
acting like the young woman that you are, the educated
Probably.
woman that you are. Okay? Because in reality, if I wanted to ever put my hands on you, I would have already. I like you.
Either that or it's like a little housing complex that
What do you
shares
expect
Wi-Fi.
for me to fucking do?
Yeah, it could be like a big house that was converted into apartments.
Like she's the upstairs or something.
Yeah.
I know some people who live like that.
You're getting charged with a felony.
My first apartment was like that in a townhouse.
CPS cases, right? You know that, right? By law in New York State, you should do your research.
Yeah,
I like
New
how the guy
York
filming
State.
this is just sort of slowly drifting to the side.
It's like I think like the person holding the camera is slowly getting like deflated with the whole thing. Like, okay, yeah, nothing's gonna come out of this.
By law in New York State, if you do 5 false claims It's an
He's
automatic
like, wow,
felony.
she's still going.
She really is from New Jersey or like New York or one of them because she's like quoting municipal codes at you.
I believe what you mean is Joyzy.
Joyzy. This is set in Bayonne. Fuck's sake.
And I will not stop until I press charges. See, my children are hiding because I can't.
I'll probably
let
work
people
for like her
me
brother or something like
This is your last chance.
Maybe this is Kyle's aunt from South Park.
You forgot that I live here?
Oh yeah, the
I live downstairs.
Because his mom is super Jersey.
Does you have a bitch sister-in-law? But when you killed yourself,
she's still talking with her. Oh, of course she is. She's obviously talking with her hands. She's Italian American.
why you little ungrateful little bitch?
I told you that
Hey.
they have to call Optimum.
I have psychology class. Unlike you, I go to school every fucking day.
Okay.
You get involved with my schooling,
Look at those earrings.
and then I'm gonna treat you like a woman. Because right now you're still a little book. You are slightly innocent.
She is.
But you got too much of a fucking attitude.
Do you think maybe the person filming this is just keeping her distracted while they wait for the police to arrive?
Probably.
Oh, look at that sad Trubisky.
Oh, sad Bisky. He's just annoyed that we stole John Morgan from him.
We'll give him back later.
A bit more bruised up, and now never being able to be satisfied by Trubisky ever again.
Oh,
don't worry, John. We'll be gentle at first.
I don't know how to respond.
I'm like, John, you ever see the movie Deliverance?
Actually, don't think I have.
Oh, you'll recognize some scenes from it anyway.
Sweet.
Oh, God. Let's see.
We went there.
That's right. This is what we do with our guests. We basically tell them that we're going to recreate horrible sexual assault scenes from movies. Next week, we're going to have a stereo song. We're going to recreate Last House on the Left.
Oh
I saw
my!
the Morning Wood yesterday, and Pimp had his way with me.
I saw.
Yeah.
But it's not the
Oh,
first
that doesn't
time he's
sound
done it.
gentle.
Meanwhile, if we want to talk about rape, this is a different type of rape. This is a rape to our taste buds. Evil.
That was a beautiful transition, by the way.
What can I say? I'm a consummate professional. Give me money. And if you want to give us money, you can find it in the links down below. We do have a gold, so any help would be welcome. It's split between us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out all the good stuff in the description down there.
Hey, there's
too.
our MVP, August. How you doing?
How you doing?
You want some
How you
Weetabix?
doing? So yeah, you guys don't really know what Weetabix is, do you?
No.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
familiar.
I've heard of it, but I don't know if it's as much as known as well in America.
I mean, Missy, what about you?
She's
I think-
rebooting because her internet went down for a second.
Oh, I didn't see that. How long?
Yeah,
has
no,
that been? How long has
she
she been gone for?
She DM'd me a couple
Mm,
minutes ago.
couple minutes.
Oh shit!
Her, one of our kids unplugged the modem by accident.
Oh, kids.
Was he shouting in broken English in like Chinese?
No, not this time.
There you go. There, it took you a few seconds.
I couldn't hear it though because the modem was off.
That's why I unplugged the modem.
All right. Well, once she pops back in, we'll be able to. It'll just pop like it'll just all reset normally. Yeah. So Weetabix is a type of cereal. It's made up out of. It's basically made up out of like chaff and like processed wheat. It's really good for your heart, and it's very filling.
It's kind of like Wheaties. For the Americans, it's kind of like Wheaties.
Yeah. You get them in biscuits, and they break apart. They break apart fairly quickly. You can make them like a porridge, or you can just have them as like cold.
Like a cereal.
Yeah, it is a cereal after all. So, but it's very very nice, and I often can like have it for like a whole week or 2 weeks before I get sick of it. And
Now, on my end, where it looks all glitchy or whatever, it looks like it's in like tomato sauce,
yeah,
like the end
so
of
the
the show.
other end of it is Heinz beans. Beans on toast is a staple in the UK. And I'm not a big fan of that, although I do like the sauce that the beans come in. But that's just tomato sauce. So they've decided to combine the two, and it is a nightmare. It'll be a nightmare for your
It does
stomach.
sound like a bad combination.
But I love all the different companies in the description, like looking at like being very concerned for Weetabix. Like us pineapple on pizza is the most controversial food ever. Weetabix, hold my spoon.
I love pineapple on pizza.
YouTube,
yeah,
patiently waiting
Hawaiians
for
are
this
very good.
mukbang content. NHS,
that the actual YouTube account? Hold on. Go back up. Is that the actual official YouTube account?
Yep.
Or a troll? Oh, it's the actual them.
Yeah,
That's
they're
awesome.
verified. NHS, that tweet should come with a health warning. Lidl, which if you don't know is like a shop chain of like supermarkets. Babe, are you okay? You've hardly touched your Weetabix and beans. Just to tuck in,
Nando's
babe,
got in
you
on
need a
this.
spoon, knife, and fork. Nando's.
Nando's.
You okay, hon? DMs are open if you need to talk.
You know, these major companies converse so much on Twitter.
Oh my god, you got burned by Nando's.
KFC UK and Ireland. Let's set aside our differences to prosecute this under the Geneva Convention.
Yes.
KFC, you have some fucking balls if you think that you can get away scot-free either. Christian
But
Aid. Is there any?
It is great that it is.
Christian Aid, is there any among us who, if your child asks for bread, will give this? Matthew 7:9.
Oh, wow. I love the fact that all these big organizations are just having a big sassy tweet fest like a bunch of YouTubers responding to each other.
Found the best way to serve this, and they just throws it into the bin.
I like the fact that somebody went out and bought some just to do that bit.
You probably have it, Bo. Israel, finally, something that all Middle Eastern countries can agree on. Just know. Also, want to know how you can upgrade your Weetabix? Hummus. Ooh, now hummus might not be too bad.
I love hummus.
Mm.
Hummus is delicious.
Tinder UK, trust us, this is not a match.
Wow.
Toblerone. We're from Switzerland.
The levels of bandwagoning here. Okay, that's clever. That was clever, Toblerone.
These are actually really cool. I'm really cool with these. Specsavers, remove glasses, puts on blindfold. Vic's comic. What would you like for dinner, dear? Pfizer UK. Haven't our scientists worked hard enough without having to come up with an antidote to this? Google,
holy shit.
Google UK. Look what you've done now, and it's all the Weetabix searches.
There's a lot of people in charge of a lot of different companies' Twitter accounts that all need a raise today.
Here's KFC again. Alexia, how do you delete someone else's tweet? And Krispy Kreme responded, seeing as all the rules are out the window, fancy a gravy-filled donut.
Oh, nasty.
RSPCA this is the last one. It looks like there's like every company on the planet is just getting involved with this. Here's something cute so everyone can forget what they just saw.
Wow. Very contentious issue.
Oh god,
Weetabix just got roasted hard today.
Yeah. It is glorious though. It is also.
And I thought the Wendy's Twitter account was sassy.
I wonder if Wendy's had to respond. Well, maybe not because they're not over here. So,
have you seen some of the stuff Wendy's has put out over the years? I remember at one point there was some sort of
Yeah, they had like a massive
thing where
feud with like KFC, didn't they?
and Burger King. Like, I remember at one point, Burger King was having some sort of sale, and they were like on their, I don't know, some sort of Whopper sale or
Have you
something.
seen Adult
And
Wendy?
then Wendy's gave some sort of sassy response, and then Burger King was like, "Oh yeah, well we've got $2 Whoppers. What have you got?" And then Wendy says, "Edible food."
I remember that. Missy asked a question.
Oh, what
What
was
does
that?
it mean
Hold
when
on.
these three lights on the modem blink really fast?
Yeah, I'm talking to her about it already.
Oh, okay,
But
cool.
John Morgan, what were you trying to say there?
Oh, have you seen like Adult Wendy? She's like
I've
the
seen
head of the.
a lot of different Adult Wendy fan arts that are varying levels of safe for work or not.
Well, she's come on the like the commercials and everything because now she's the head of the
Okay.
company. And
No, I
she's
haven't seen the
supposed to
actual
be-
real life Wendy.
Yeah, she's not a looker. She's
No?
pretty masculine, so
Oh.
Moonpig, what are you doing? They make like
Oh my
if you don't
God.
know, Moonpig make like cards for people. Our management, everyone talking about the Weetabix because they put beans on them. Us runs to the kitchen. There's corn beans all over their card. Build base. Sorry, Weetabix. You appear to be doing breakfast all wrong. Let me help you put it straight. Flat Earth Society. This sounds like a great
Holy
idea.
shit.
Thanks for sharing.
Actually, hang on. Is this
You
Flat
think
Earth
that's a
Society
troll?
account a troll account?
I think it is.
Because that would explain a lot. Okay, yeah, that looks like a troll already. Encouraging the spread of ideas and free thought, my ass.
Although, of course, they do believe that. Flat Earth,
The Earth isn't
Canada.
flat because the Earth is hollow.
Yeah.
Oh shit! If the Earth is round, then why isn't the ocean curved?
It is.
Yep. In fact, you're more likely to see the curvature of the Earth on the ocean than you are on.
In fact, hashtag real oceans have curves. Greta. Well, that's a different Greta, I think. I thought of Greta Thunberg for a second. Oh my God, what if Greta Thunberg replies to this Weetabix thing?
Oh, everyone should. Sky TV, they're the ones that do like digital TV. Unplug Sky Broadband to save the rest of the nation from seeing this. The Sky Scanner, who do a lot of the flights that I take. It's like this. It's just a cavalcade of all these companies. This is worse than the people who clap when the plane lands.
Yeah. I just love the fact that the only people who said anything encouraging was the Flat Earth Society.
Right.
Mash Direct. Oh God.
Corn Foods. We Googled worst couple of 2021 and disappeared. Looks like we aren't compatible after all, hon. Papa John's UK, the brand that brought you beans on pizza. Yes, it's garlic sauce.
I didn't know they were in the UK. They're not even in Canada.
Oh yeah, I've eaten in Papa John's. We've actually one of the few chains we do have out here in this part of the country.
Papa, stop.
Marmite. Oh, we're all over this, all right. Yeah, you love it or you hate it. Ugh, Marmite. Wex Yorkshire Pete, please. Even though this is criminal, please don't ring us to report it.
Even the cops are getting in on it.
Royal Exchange Theatre.
What was that? What was that thing with the Hulk?
Creative experimentation, but this has got our heads spinning.
Wow. Well, go back to the Hulk one. What was that?
Me, a social media admin, making jokes about social media admins. It's like, I was made for this. All the social media admins assembling to respond to his tweets.
Yep.
Oh my God, it's this thing that never ends. RAF tug of war. Have you swapped my honey pot for beans, Piglet? Asked Pooh. No, that would be wrong. Just wrong. Piglet replied with a knowing glint.
This is the tweet that never ends.
What are you, an idiot sandwich? The Beatles story.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah, that looks Comedy Central UK. How could you do that to precious, precious toast? Oh, they're pouring milk on top of toast. Merseyside, please.
Which is actually funny because milk works on Weetabix and beans works on toast.
Yeah, Costa Coffee. This is this is the breakfast and lunch sorted for Sunday. Kellogg's. We've heard putting the milk in first, but this takes the biscuit. Keep it up, Kellogg. Keep up, Kellogg's. Milk is so 2020.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't drink milk.
I am.
No?
I am completely. I am completely done with this because it's just gonna. It's one of those ones that'll never end. Let's quickly have a look at this. Impeachment trial. Senate asks questions for the House. From one disaster to another.
Right?
Although, let's be honest here, the Weetabix one was far worse than an illegal attempt on the Capitol.
Yeah, this is a slightly lesser disaster.
I'm not going to hire it up because then we'll get copyrighted. So, unfortunately, we're going to do
Yeah.
Although everyone's clapping. That's always a plus.
Still in office.
Oh my God, they're clapping so much.
It really makes you wonder what happened, actually.
Yeah.
Is there an article that says anything?
Yeah, it should be down here. Goodman receives a standing ovation from senators. Please be John Goodman. Here he is. Is that Fauci?
Looks like him. Yeah, that's Fauci. What the hell he's
examples
doing
of the heroic conduct of the Capitol Police, the Metropolitan Police, the SWAT teams that were with us on January 6th here in the Capitol protecting us.
Missy?
Our heartfelt gratitude extends to each and every one of them, particularly now,
Sounds like
as
the woman's not
members of
booting
the
up properly,
force
but she's giving it a
continue
minute.
to bear scars, seen and unforeseen, from the events of that disgraceful day. Let us give them all the honor and recognition they so justly deserve.
Ooh.
Weetabix is technically eatable. Also, I have no idea what Weetabix is.
I've never heard of it. I'm saying I think it would have been great if they removed Trump from office while Pence was still president, so Pence would only serve for like 2 days.
Oh, it's Turtle Man.
January 6th was a day of fear
Mitch McConnell.
for those who work
Turtle Man.
here in the Capitol.
How did this
And of
man evolve
sadness
this
for many more
way?
watching from afar.
I think he's gotten skinnier.
But that awful day also introduced our nation to a group of heroes whom we in Congress were already proud to call our colleagues and to whom we owe a great debt. In the face of lawlessness, the officers of the U.S. Capitol lived out the fullest sense.
All right, he's just going to put us to sleep, honestly.
Yeah, he's like, this is live.
It'd be better if there was an article to read or something.
Yeah, let's have a look. Standing ovation from the man that saved the Senate from a mob by luring them away from the chamber. Oh yeah, Eugene Goodman. Did you see the footage of that? He's the cop up on top of the.
So this is the guy they were applauding then?
Yeah, he's now the marshal of the. He's now the marshal of the Capitol or whatever the hell the title is. And ironically enough, he was saving Mitt Romney. So.
That's questionable.
Yeah.
Well, Mitt Romney left on a lot of things after he ran against Obama.
Here we go. Come on, show me the footage. There we go.
It's got to load for a second.
Dana, you were talking a minute ago about the video about Officer Eugene Goodman, one of the heroes of that day, and how his top aides, Romney's top aides, did not even know that it was Goodman that had been the Capitol police officer that whisked Romney to safety. Let's run that video. Here it is. Capitol, there. That's Officer Goodman, I believe, running right there. And there's Mitt Romney right there running. Absolutely terrifying. We talk about, Dan, we talk about what would the crowd have done if they had gone to Mike Pence?
If they got into Mike Pence, I wouldn't
so,
have cared.
So this one's echoing like hell there, Lev.
Yeah, that one was pretty
Lev?
loud. But it's every few seconds.
Yeah. Just making sure you know.
There's other footage of him who's like, there was this cop at the top of the stairs where I think we watched the footage on the night, and he kind of like, he draws them away, and the door behind them was like where like 50 people were like being held up, so they could have gotten in. And he just goaded them to follow him, and they chase after him. They're all like, "We're gonna fucking kill you!" And then they all got arrested, which is great.
Death threats are crimes, dummies.
There's a this MAGA Christian rapper who I forget his name.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, there's a. Oh, and he's black too.
Is he the one he showed up?
Kanye?
What?
I think it's Kanye. I think it's the one that showed up to support Trump, and Trump thought that like him and his fans and everything were like protesters.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that. But yeah, the guy, the rapper, I forget his name. He's a very like stupid motherfucker, because after the riot,
so it is Kanye.
He basically he got angry at all those people who claimed that it was Antifa on the right, who were like, no, it wasn't us, it was Antifa. And he got really angry at them and like just snapped and said, no, it was us. I know people involved, you know. Which was stupid, because the next day, like the FBI came to his house. So I'm going to move your cameras around because Missy, I don't think, is coming back before the end of the show.
Yeah. We've got a lot of time left, but
we got only about half an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah,
fair enough.
You still work among yourselves while I readjust your cameras.
Wait, what?
You talk to each other. Talk to the chat.
Oh, yes.
I chat.
How's it going, chat? Also, I like this really smug looking Grandpa Simpson on screen right now.
They can't see it, but
yeah,
yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
When will they cancel The Simpsons?
I want them to cancel
finally?
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on life support as it is.
You can't be making money at this stage.
Disenchantment, I think that show's terrible.
Oh, that's a shite. I don't care what people say. Like I mean, if they get enjoyment from it, fine. But I just don't think it's a good show.
What show?
Disenchantment.
Disenchanted.
Never heard of it.
On Netflix?
Pretty much, yeah. It's the Simpsons Futurama fantasy. So it's pretty much fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Futurama.
Oh, you mean like it's in the same style?
Yeah. So if like Futurama's sci-fi Simpsons, Disenchantment's fantasy Simpsons.
Okay.
Now
is it actually the same guys?
Steampunk as well.
Is it actually the same people making it?
Yep.
Yeah, Matt Groening's involved.
Huh. Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. You don't like it though?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like they're trying to have like a serialized format, and just the way it's written, all the episodes connect very loosely. And like in Futurama, like it's more episodic, so each episode does have its own like beginning, middle, and end. I don't know, it just feels very disjointed the way it's written, and the jokes don't really properly flow from one episode to the next.
I don't
So
care about the
because it seems like
characters.
it seems like a good premise, but I guess it's just not working out, huh?
Yeah, like Bean. The main character is Bean, Princess Bean, and she is just. I don't care about her. She's an unlikable character.
And the two supporting characters, they feel like video game sidekicks.
They do. Although I like how the demon is I saw like a clip of it recently. The demon, the little black dude there, he just betrays them, and they're all shocked, and he's like, "I'm literally a demon. What were you expecting? I've told you on several occasions what I am." But him, Elfo, I can't stand Elfo, and he's just
Elfo. I thought that was a goblin.
Yeah, that's one of the. He's like
or maybe it's a goblin called Elfo, just to be sassy.
Yeah, he's his dad. Her dad is the king, and he's like this old fat drunk dude. Who's just like he's just whining all the time. He's like, I don't want to be here. He's voiced by the same guy who voiced the dog from Adventure Time.
Oh, okay. Isn't that also Bender?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just no. I just I watched the first season. I watched until like her ma came back, and it turns out, oh no, she's evil. Okay, but I don't care about the characters, so why should I be interested?
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's again, you're right. It's a good premise. It could have worked. It just didn't.
It had potential, but I guess it just didn't work.
In Futurama, I think it needs to send off.
Honestly,
yeah,
it's all been downhill from there. And what's this? Oh no, that's the Weetabix. We're not going down that rabbit hole again. No.
That's an infinite.
That's an infinite loop of memes. Ooh, from one horrible food to another.
Hungry Blue Jay eats tomatoes.
Oh, I remember this. He's so amazed by this.
I want you to send me a picture.
You know, I've seen these kind of marks in the tomatoes before. Now I know what it's from.
Look at him.
I just
like
threw
an
a couple
amazed
away.
child.
Look at his face.
That's amazing. He doesn't move, isn't it?
It's eating food.
So you never seen like an animal video?
That's crazy. Look at this.
I don't think he's ever seen a bird before in his life.
You just found out that YouTube is full of like cute animal vids.
Remember, he's a goth bad boy, and he's completely entranced by a bird.
Next one, don't dare tell him what fish are, or else he'll just be like staring at the pictures of like the ocean all day.
I kind of want to see that.
I'm just taking a video now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Animal videos are like heroin. Like I have a separate YouTube account just for like cat videos and stuff because I can't have that in my feed.
Animal videos, whether they be pets or whether they be just like wild stuff, is just brilliant. But that used to be what all YouTube was at the very beginning. The very first video was a guy going to the zoo, wasn't it?
I don't.
The
Never
very
seen
first
those.
YouTube video. The very first YouTube video.
Wasn't it one of the people who created like YouTube? They
Me at the zoo.
Alright, so here we are, one of the elephants.
Yeah, he made one of
Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool.
Oh man, you must be frustrated at the.
And that's pretty much all there is to say.
Now, though, huh?
Well, they were bought out by Google a few years later.
Yeah, I remember.
And that's when it went downhill.
It was already starting to look a bit awkward, and I think that was because they were preparing to be bought off by Google, so they need to look more like appealing to
A
them.
little more sanitized.
Yeah, you remember like the old days of YouTube? It was just like there were so few people that when you made a response video, you could just refresh the page and eventually the video would pop up and it would be your like response video. Like the person responded to you. You wouldn't have to go search for it. Like, oh
yeah,
you can only upload videos in 10-minute segments. And then there's piss poor copyright detection, so people would upload the movies in like 10-minute segments.
That's right. They still do that with Family Guy. If you ever want to watch, hell, last night I was scrolling through after the show. I didn't want to go to bed, and I just started to watch like random clips of like different TV shows, and I found whole episodes of Bob's Burgers with just the camera angle going in and going out occasionally to mess up the copyright censor. So it's still there if you want to watch it. But yeah, YouTube.
It's amazing.
Personal back in those days.
He doesn't move. I'm putting the camera 4 inches from him.
Meanwhile, Coach
childlike
here.
transmit going on there.
You haven't seen him before?
No.
Look at his eye. His eyes are wider than usual. He's just like,
It's amazing.
Eating fruit. Well, or yeah, technically it's tomatoes. So.
Do you think he's trying to figure out how he could put this bird on top of one of his burgers?
He's actually more curious about what that strange red thing is that it's eating, because it's not meat and it's not deep fried. It's called.
I've never seen that
fruit,
like
and it's
this.
good for you.
Wow, he's gorgeous.
I just want to see him figure out how to cook
haven't
bacon
seen him
without putting
before?
a
Really?
lid on his
Just
pan.
get a bird feeder.
Just so good.
I want you to go out to Coves and teach him how to cook.
Right?
Like, I want like a whole video
Somebody's gotta
segment
do
of
it.
you just doing things like, this is how we clean our kitchen counter.
Are you kidding? I would lose him immediately. He would rage quit right
I
there.
don't wanna. No, that's where all the you like clean the skillet, and he's like, no, that's where all the grease is.
Seriously, that lid thing really confused the shit out of me.
Ugh. Look at that! Oh, look at that creepy grin.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I want to eat that thing.
That's the look he gives.
The blue thing,
before
not
he
the red
strangles
things.
the prostitute he hired.
Yeah.
This guy's funny. Dude, you are amazing. He's got an attitude. You got like that in the background.
Jesus
Probably
Christ.
is.
Look at him. He's a fat one, too.
Child of
Yeah.
the zoo.
Sure, he doesn't care. He'll go anywhere to eat. He's eating cardboard.
Also, I like how he doesn't understand how to talk during her reaction video. He's so mesmerized.
Yeah, it's like, look, like if you scroll over the little like preview picture, it's like he's
Yeah.
like, oh,
He barely moves.
this is the face someone gives when they see their child for the first time. This is so weird.
I can't even
Double
focus on
bluebird
him.
and bacon burger coming in nicely, tubes. Yep. You know what? Bluebirds are little assholes, so cook them up. Go for it.
Let's watch the two sweet boys to wrap it up then, shall we?
Yeah, sweet boy time.
Yeah.
Time for some cakes.
We gotta
Sweet
have our
boys.
cakes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, the 13s. Please please cop Choco.
Oh shit. Oh, this is a fresh one too.
Yeah, yesterday.
Is that a police cop?
Before we wrap ourselves up, as always, guys, if you have been enjoying the stream, to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we will be back this time next week for one hell of a Bearded Ramblings. But I'll be back on Sunday with Marshall Manson, where we will talk about his latest musical adventure. So that should be fun. But if you guys want to help out...
and look, there is one of next week's guests in the chat now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Half-Bred Ninja. That's Kai.
Oh, okay. the look on my face, was nothing like that either. Yeah, Kai's gonna be there with the stereos. So
man, that is gonna be extra rambly. It's gonna be fun.
especially with the libations flowing, because we didn't just promise that we're going to be drinking halfway decent drink. We're going to at least have big rosy cheeks at the end of it, which is interesting.
Well, like I said yesterday, I am going to pre-drink so that I am tipsy right from minute one.
I don't think I've ever seen you drunk. So it'll be interesting.
I don't very often.
So this is
you guys get angry when you're drunk.
I wonder if you're going to end up being like incredibly angry or like
oh no,
I'm the N-word.
No, I'm a goofy drunk.
Nice.
Okay, the 13 below the top below C's.
That sounds pretty creepy. Like
cakes right
imagine
out of the
being in a room,
cakes
right by yourself with this guy.
What was that?
Yeah.
So imagine being in a room by yourself with this guy. He seems like the kind of guy where you look at him funny, he might like eat your face or something. I mean,
you never know.
He does kind of seem like he should have a handler, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Probably does.
But something tells. I think like he was at one point just. I like his tie dye, by the way. I think at some point in his life, maybe he had like brain damage. Maybe he was hit by a car or something. And
maybe. Here's a question, actually. I'm noticing his Ninja Turtle is intact. Do you think he repaired it, or did he get a new one?
Where does he?
Because remember, he ripped the arm off at one point.
Because he can't
from his parents.
He ripped the arm off at one point, right?
Yeah.
Where does
so either he figured out how to get it back on, or he got a new one. And I don't know where they're coming from in the first place. No, I don't either.
Do you remember that hand from yesterday? Where the hell did he find that?
Like, who even why does that hand thing exist?
Yeah,
why does it have a clamp on it?
Story of the hand. Like,
someone claimed in DB comments that it was for like cosmetics. They use it, I guess, to not for training, but they use it to practice cosmetics.
Yeah.
Like a fingernail polish dummy.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that would.
So I guess
that would make sense.
That's why you'd clamp it to a table, then I guess.
Yeah. And that would also probably explain the posable fingers.
Yeah.
See y'all look. See, I'm a kicker.
Oh, okay. That answers my question.
He needs to play nice.
It's the same one that he repaired. It came right back off immediately.
Take care of your toys. We're gonna take them away from you.
I got him the damn chokehold.
We're getting a little echo on this one, by the way.
I know, and there's if you want me to talk to you, because I hear you, I literally won't have a choice. Oh my god, it's a Cheech and Chong t-shirt.
Oh.
You think maybe Kevin partakes?
No. Why do so many crazy
I'm
adults?
hoping that Cheech and Chong watch his channel.
Why do they like
to him?
Yeah, why do so many crazy adults like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yeah.
Wasn't Jared in the chat earlier, or was he in the chat yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was great.
Although that was probably a troll account.
Oh,
though,
no, it was a troll account. It's the one that pops into like DP and Shabbies and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy actually is, but he was here yesterday.
Tooty thing, like he sticks his ass out when he punches him.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the camp ref. Lit.
Yeah. It's just flamboyant.
See, I'm doing my video.
Do you think this guy might be a troll?
The police cop
He's a dancing man.
No, it's clear. Like he had a Pornhub account at one point where he like
he doesn't anymore.
Himself nude.
Did he close it?
What?
Did he close it? You said at one point.
Oh, when the purge happened, he wasn't registered. He wasn't verified, so he went like everyone else.
Oh,
I mean, I
that's
lost my
sad.
account. Like everyone went. Which fucking sucks, but.
So I got him by his throat from here. Go like this.
Okay.
So I grab by his arm like this. Choke him out. You want to do something?
That's a start.
I'm gonna chuck him the hell. Out.
Choke him.
See, look, I got him.
August thinks that the Jared troll account might be
look,
spec.
I'm chucking out the bad guy. See, now I'm here. I'm gonna pin him to the side over here.
Y'all see?
I'm gonna smack him around.
Martial arts, when you rip somebody's arms off, you can use it to choke them.
You can tell.
I mean, that's an awesome martial art.
You can tell, like he's like only tapping it. He's not like smacking it, which is good. It means he has self-control. That's very good. I'd be scared to see him go full. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, don't go full sweet boy on that turtle.
Yeah, there you go. Go full sweet boy. Yeah.
Trolling. How is he capable of like uploading stuff to the internet?
I think it's every. I think it's like 150 gigs every hour.
I like the little bump on the head he did there too. Just a little. Boop.
See, look at this evil guy, y'all. Look at his. See, look at his eyes. I'm going to pain this.
He's a radical dude.
See, look at his evil eyes. He is evil as hell.
Well, he was before he picked a fight with our sweet boy here.
Oh no, Kevin must be working with Shredder.
Master. Kung Fu
the
Master.
villain all along?
Imagine in like one of the turtle cartoons, if that's how it ends, with one of the turtles having their limbs ripped off and beaten to death with it.
And that's the episode that Kevin Joseph King shows up in.
How creepy right now would it be if that turtle head just turned and looked right at us?
And the eyes started glowing red.
No, nothing else.
His little brother in a costume.
Slowly, its head moves and stares at us.
Just
subtly enough to make you wonder if you just actually saw that or not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it out. Booyah! Bruce Lee.
T-shirt.
Bruce Lee, look at the guy, man. Look at the guy.
He's into martial arts like Jared is.
Oh yeah, he's shown us his. He's shown us his kung fu fighting more than once.
Was it fast as lightning?
A little bit frightening, actually.
See this again? My vitamins.
My vitamins.
So I'm gonna tell you them on camera or video.
That you got over the counter, are you? That isn't there, Kevin.
I take these, and that's how I do my karate chops.
Vitamins.
You see my vitamins, yo?
He could die.
I take my vitamins, then I get angry, then I hurt the turtle, and then I take more vitamins, and I don't feel angry. Doctor says it's okay if I hurt the turtle, not if I hurt Mama. I can't see Mama anymore.
See, look, y'all. Somebody take my
Take out your rage on the dummy.
But yeah, let that turtle, suffer. So he's not. I could just imagine him like attacking random kids.
So I took my vitamin. I'm gonna get back to my video.
He wouldn't know what he'd be doing, but.
You see, this is why he's always got that turtle standing at that particular angle, so you don't see the slow trickle of red coming out of the arm socket.
Oh, he broke the shell.
Yeah, that was a while ago too, I think. Oh. Beat down that perp.
MMA has gotten weird. I need to get a few sucker punches in.
Oh, I missed. Now I got this.
I missed.
Kung Fu Master.
I like how he always acknowledges his little screw ups.
Yeah, like he doesn't have any shame in it.
Good for him.
Oh,
I'm making fun.
You don't need that self consciousness in your life, you know.
Yeah, it's always good to be honest.
Do you give up? Did you give up, man?
Joko.
You idiot. Did you give up, idiot? Look
Stop
at you,
resisting
idiot.
arrest.
Damn idiot.
Did he say damn Indian?
He said idiot.
It sounded similar.
Whoa.
Oh no! Whoa!
So I'm saying
I
now,
was
y'all.
blustering him.
I think if you're fighting a turtle, you wouldn't want to hit them with the gut because they have their exoskeleton.
Okay, going back on.
At this point,
Show me on the turtle where the bad man touched you.
Stop again one more time.
Holy shit! Broke his neck. Alright, so as always, the sweet boy is being sweet. Let's wrap it up though with a bit of the buff of Corel.
I think developmentally disabled people should watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think it's a good influence.
Apparently
Encourages them to engage in violence.
It seems to be a weird theme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, although Felion also watches them, so and he's not too bad. Wait, what the hell's this? The story of
What?
The story of Buff Corel?
How long is it?
7 minutes.
We all
7 minutes?
I love our music. There's no denying that. We may even sing along when no one's looking. Hell, might even quote-unquote throw that ass in a circle, if you will. Some of us have no problem dancing in public, no matter how good or bad. It's pretty common. Some of us will even sing along in public, once again, no matter how good or bad. There are some people who have a harder time coming out of their shell when it comes to singing and dancing, and it makes sense. People are harsh these days, and it's normal to care a little too much what people think. However, on my daily journey through the internet, I found one man who has decided that life is too short to give a fuck about what other people think. So sit down, grab your favorite flavor of G Fuel as I give you a brief introduction to the YouTube channel of our beloved Buff Corel. Corel.
Oh my god, look at young Corel there.
I know, right?
Wearing a shirt.
And you can see he doesn't have any muscles. He's a skinny boy.
Boy Bufford II, also known as Buff Corel, is a 37-year-old YouTuber, aspiring dancer.
37? He's still in good nick for 37. I'm not seeing any flab.
Singer and bodybuilder. Part of the army for 3 years, thank you for your service. Coming back and wanting to find his goal in life, he turned to YouTube. Happened. I'll leave a link to this video of him detailing.
I called it. Didn't I call it? Didn't I say that's that room is the room of someone who is in the army?
You did.
He's been shell-shocked.
He keeps it in such good nick that only people who are obsessive compulsive and people who are in the army tend to do that.
Killing himself, so you guys can hear it from him. Starting his channel on September 7th, 2011, he uploads to YouTube with strictly covers of songs in which he sings and dances simultaneously and uniquely, depending on the song.
Uniquely. That's a very polite way of saying it.
Such political correctness there. Such a diplomatic
I know what you're
way of putting
thinking.
it.
There's hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTubers who have channels dedicated to covering music that they and their fans enjoy. Now, what makes Buff Dog so special? For starters, he can dance. This shit is clean as hell and is always pleasing to watch.
Always.
I'm serious. This man has some moves that all of us can envy. Here's where things get a little weird. He can't sing. Like, not even a little bit. But something about his enthusiasm makes it not only bearable, but entertaining to watch. He starts his videos with an enthusiastic ramble, starting with his one-of-a-kind intro.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Buff Krill, baby, back in the weapon that loves you. To go down. It's your boy Buff Krill. Do tell, baby, do tell as we get.
And then random phrases going off.
No. Although when he first started, he was a lot more coherent.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear that he probably has like PTSD or something like that. Maybe some mental wrong with him, like maybe schizophrenia or manicness or whatever. And it's getting worse as the years are going on. But he's still like it's clear that he's still like cognitive. I imagine he can go to the store and pay his taxes and bills and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
what's wrong with schizophrenia is cognitive decline. So people with schizophrenia usually do have like disorganized speech.
I can't imagine what it's like when he's like just talking to someone on the street, do you think he's like sounds the same, or do you think that he slows down like a normal person would?
It probably
Maybe
stays
there's
the
some
same.
word salad.
Oh yeah, when he
You
does
think
that,
something
says,
happened to him?
he says, that's clearly
Do you think something happened to him while he was in the military?
Probably.
Maybe some TBI.
The song title or artist name.
Side real quick. Slide to the side, let it ride. As we slide to the side, we're gonna let it ride. Anyways, we're gonna get to Tame Impala. I got the name right this time. I looked at this live performance, so we're gonna Anyways, Tame Impala, let it happen. You know how you do. We don't let it happen as we get to rapping. As we let it happen, Captain Boulevard Streams of golden dreams.
God damn this man.
And the ready, set, go just before he starts singing is what I believe to be him mentally preparing before he performs.
Ready, say, go.
The poster of himself is just glorious.
Oh yeah.
The song will start up and he'll start dancing, and it's good, but the singing just isn't
earned
there.
that pride, though,
However, his confidence is unparalleled, and he doesn't let this stop him. Let's go to December.
There we go. Look at that! Look at that younger version of Buff, and look at all the extra pictures of himself there. He's got 3. Kevin has all the calendars. He's got pictures of himself.
Yeah.
December 29th, 2000.
And I've got flags.
13. Buff's second upload. A cover of Beyonce's Drunken Love. This is nearly 6 years ago, and this is before he started dancing as much, and is more focused on the singing. He doesn't not dance at all, but it's just nothing compared to his more modern content. Anyways, the point here is that this video received a lot of hate, and the internet kind of did what they know best, and just took a shit on him in the comments. Many questioning why he has pictures of...
The internet is mean? Wow, I never realized that. The internet's been nothing but good for me over the years. By the way, instead of like doing a regular Buff Corral, when this is finished, you want to just wrap it?
Yeah, this is
because we technically are getting Buff, but we're getting like a behind. We're getting like director's commentary. We're getting like a.
We're getting more Corral than usual.
Yeah, we're spicing up a bit, especially because we've streamed 2 days in a row now. That's unusual for
time
us.
to learn something.
Yeah. What did we say earlier? Like, these creators are people, you know? Like, there's always a story. Hopefully one day we will find out what's going on with Kevin Joseph Kingdad. That'd be very interesting.
I know, right?
He's got stories to tell, I guarantee it. Probably not good ones, let's be honest here. They're probably not happy ones. But I still would love to hear them.
Of himself on the wall and just criticizing his voice. People really missed the mark on this one. I find it puzzling as to why people didn't find it funny. Why take this man so seriously? This is his most viewed video and also his most disliked. Modern comments on the video state things like, "Buff, I'm glad people appreciate your art now," or 2013 was not ready for this legend, and truly ahead of his time. Despite the overwhelming hate.
Yeah. Oh, he's now heavily respected now in the wider community, but yeah, he gets a lot of hate. People just don't get him at first, and I don't blame him. I mean, for Christ's sake. He's an acquired taste. He grows on you. Like anchovies.
That is saying is not a crime.
He continued with his channel uploading covers, with a few minor viral hits such as Toto's Africa and Paramore's That's What You Get. He maintained a steady upload spree over the years up until modern day. Now, I'm not sure exactly why, what, or when, or how Buff got into my recommended, but I know that this was the first Buff video I ever saw. His cover of Neverment by American Football.
It does look like a room in like a mental hospital.
Maybe it's like a veterans home.
Yeah.
That's actually, that could be it.
I was immediately overwhelmed with laughter and enjoyment. I was so envious of his confidence and his attitude. He really didn't have a fuck to give about anyone's thoughts.
Very surreal.
Like,
I look in the comments
see
to
that
see
meme
nothing
where
but
it's
words
like,
of
I wish I could dance
encouragement and
like Pharrell.
positivity.
What was that?
Wait, what?
yeah, I don't get why like rooms in mental hospitals are always so plain. It seems like that would drive somebody insane.
Well, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe they like if they put like art on the wall, they would be worried that the people would kind of like obsess over it, or maybe see things there, or just like have a hissy fit because they don't like it.
Yeah.
What I'd let them do is I'd let them customize the art, their rooms themselves. You know, which obviously Buff can because he posts posters of himself up on the wall. That's assuming he is, like that's assuming he
In one of those
is
places.
in a home like that. He could just be in an apartment complex.
What is this about HIV here?
We must protect this man at all costs.
That's a good question. Let's just go back. I think it was used as a metaphor, but what's the context?
I was immediately overwhelmed with laughter and enjoyment. I was so envious of his confidence and his attitude. He really didn't have a fuck to give about anyone's thoughts. I look in the comments to see nothing but words of encouragement and positivity.
Oh, positivity.
Oh.
I'm positive. HIV positive.
We must protect this man at all costs.
For a second there.
This is what YouTube was made for.
Yep.
I literally watched this video once a week to cheer me up. It was amazing seeing how much love was being spread through his comments. Now, when I said Buff uploads steadily, I really meant it. Currently standing at 1,027 videos and no signs of stopping, he clearly cares about his audience. Now, 1,027 videos means 1,027 songs. That's a lot of music. As I searched the battles of his channel, one video struck me in particular. His cover of Fleetwood Mac's Hold Me.
What is he wearing? Was he just back from the pool? Like
maybe.
Now this is literally my
Was he
favorite
wearing those
Fleetwood
socks
Mac
when he
song.
was swimming in the pool?
The only thing about it, it's one of their lesser known songs. You won't even find this in
Or maybe
their
he's
top
going to
10
the pool
list.
after this.
That means either A, he really likes Fleetwood Mac, or B, someone requested it for his channel. He clearly takes requests by his viewers because, as I stated before, he gives a fuck about his audience. Now, I've really never felt so happy for another person being so comfortable in their own body. But holy shit, I'd be too if I was as jacked as he is.
Yeah.
We can all learn something from Buff, and that's to be yourself. One dash of cliche later, and you've really got a living inspiration to us all. What Buff is doing for the YouTube community is unparalleled and almost an anomaly at this point. The people of the internet have had such an extensive history with being so crude when it comes to these kind of things. Let's take the Star Wars kid, for example. He received disgusting and over-the-top criticism that would make any person feel terrible about themselves. This raises the question.
They're weird. Weird people need to be bullied.
Yeah, people are
that's
assholes.
what the base of lolcows are, but there's like different levels of lolcows. There are lolcows like say Jared Genesis or Shani, who they get bullied and they need to get bullied because they're pieces of shit.
Because they're terrible people and they deserve it.
But then you've got Buff or Kevin, like they don't like.
Yeah,
like
they're just odd, very typical.
Yeah, they're just sweet boys.
Human beings evolved to discriminate towards those who are different.
The other,
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube in many ways, for us at least, is like the old school freak shows. Like, come and look at the freaks. Which, hell, if we didn't have YouTube for that, we'd watch like Honey Boo Boo.
Oh.
Is the internet changing its attitude towards this kind of content? Now, I can't answer that for the whole internet because there's still haters on the internet, don't get me wrong, but it's something to think about. Going to the comments of a recently uploaded video of Buff, and it's nothing but comments like, "You live in my dream state, Buffy,"
I mean, to be
heart
fair,
emoji,
Star Wars kid did
and
a decent
bro,
job
please.
with that routine.
Also, I realize this now, but Buff is kind of like a relic of an older time of YouTube. Like, there's not many like him left nowadays. It's kind of a bit sad, actually.
Please never stop. I love your work. Currently standing with over 100,000 subscribers, I think he's on his way to something great. That's all I have to say about Buff Carell. If you haven't heard of him before this video, definitely go give him a sub. And
we know who he
I
is.
watched
But
this video.
this
look
guy,
at that big chungus.
Ornery. I've heard of this, I think.
Saying, does it say 2010? Can't tell because of the...
last year. Sorry, last year. The year before that. It's 2019. But Buff is awesome. Next week we will watch him a proper episode of him. But yeah. Anyway, shame about Missy cutting out, but hey, at least we got her for a while.
Yeah, until her damn kids fucked up her modem.
Oh,
damn
once
kids.
again, proving that kids suck. Except for kids who don't mess up modems. It's a very particular thing.
Yeah, why, like with all other animals, like they become adults like within a year. How come human beings takes us like 2 decades to not be kids anymore?
Yeah.
That's technically
And
true.
don't even get me started on elves. Come on.
But no, it was a good show today. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too in the chat. If you had, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links to Krendar, John, Missy, our Discord, Twitter, Streamlabs. If you want to throw some shekels, some coinage.
Ooh, shekels.
I guess now I hand it over to Krendar. Krendar, do you have anything you want to shill before we go? What is your plans?
Just the usuals. If you hit my link below, you can check out my merch store. Lots of mugs and hoodies and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff in there. Good times. Lots of silly, weird in jokes from my streams, like the emergency flamingo. And a nice cup of testosterone. Oh, and let's not forget Doki Doki Kong. That's a classic. But other than that, it is time. A couple hours from now, we will be having some more Ass Creed, more axe rampages through ye old England town. It'll be fun.
I hope you commit many things that are considered cultural icons now, but if they had been done now, they'd be considered war crimes.
Oh, absolutely. I believe I left off on a rampage through Essex last time I logged out. So
I'm sorry. Please repeat that word.
Essex?
Close.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Essex.
I don't know what we're talking about either.
Essex.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Say it again.
No. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, no, John Morgan needs to show before we go.
Oh, well, I have a YouTube channel. Currently, I only have like 60 subscribers. Just started uploading videos not too long ago. Recently, I had Pimp on, and I'm planning on doing a stream tomorrow with Shabisky and Dirt. So, yeah, check me out there.
Sweet. I subbed to you. Actually, I thought I already subbed to you already. It was weird. But, yeah. As for me, like I said, on Sunday, I'm going to be joined by Marshall, and we will be talking about his new song, and also we're just going to be chatting. We'll chat to the audience. We'll chat to with each other, play catch up, and on Monday, I'm going back to Tyranny. We're going to play Tyranny for a few hours. Then,
how have you been liking that one?
I haven't gone back to it since last, but I've been playing it for a while up to that point on Twitch, and I was really enjoying it. I've just got the dude's armor, the guy who's trapped in his armor. I've found the way to get him out of his armor, and he's not happy because he's so like monotonous that he's been given an order that he can't take the armor off, and he's getting really self-conscious about it. But as I see
he's a very dutiful boy.
Yeah, as I see it, he's going to die of like shit getting into like an open wound at this rate. So he needs to get out of it. Besides which, it's experience. So,
gotta get that sweet XP.
Damn right. And on Wednesday, Wasted Wednesday, I am going to. We're probably going to play something and watch something. So it'll be a two-parter.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then on Friday, of course, the big one of the month, as Asterios and Kai will be joining us while we get respectively 3 sheets to the wind on stuff that isn't rot gut. I mean, it's still destroying your system, but it's doing it at a more classy sense. And then the week after is the last week for February, right? Week after next.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
So Elf King will be joining me on Wednesday for 3 drinks minimum, and on that one, and then we have her and Shabisky for the last one for February for Bearded Ramblings. So that should be episode 23, I think.
Shabisky guy.
So, of course, if anything changes, we'll readjust and shit like that. But we are looking for anyone who wants to come on for the first time for March. Drop us a line, Krendar or myself, either on Discord or on Twitter. So, all right. I'm getting really groggy and I am very thirsty, so I'm going to grab myself a big glass of water and go to bed. So,
have a good night.